But it wasn't. I mean, it's not like as amazing as the first game, and it's not like amazing as like level wise, not like amazing. Visual is good. I like the visuals. They worked with their limitation. It really is a budget game. I think it was. I mean, certainly it's cheaper than only. Okay, let me just check that. Let's go to the. Don't buy anything from Steam at the moment. Wait until the 18th at 18 o'clock UTC. That is 18th of December. That's when the winter sale starts, and that's when things will go on sale. So, if I search for child Tasmanian type. Well, okay. So the first one, so it's 13.5, or like 13 and 49, 13.49. And the third game is actually only 12.49 for some reason, and the fourth game is 9.75. So they like considered the fourth game is like 3/4 the value of the other three, each of the other three games. Well, they consider the third game to be slightly lower value than the first and second. How would I value them? I can't really put a price, but if I were to put them in units, as in one game is a whole unit, what does the other three game equal to that? I feel like the second game was probably the richest of the ones content-wise. The first game feels a bit barren, but I do like the layout of the individual levels. I did put in 13 to 100% in game and such. And that you didn't have the opals in a form of currency. It was rather a collectible thing, and I do prefer that design. But just because I prefer it doesn't mean it's worth more. So I could still. So I would probably. Like, if one of the games should have a lower value, I think it's the first game. As I mean, the fourth game should have even lower value. But if one should be €1 less of the three games, I think the first game should be €1 less. Because I feel like that one is more. It's less compared to the other two games, if that makes sense. I still feel that I like the second game is more than the third game. So I can understand why the third game is less, but I'm not sure why the first game is more than the third game. And the fourth game, is it really worth 3/4 of the other three, each of the other three games? I feel like it really depends on how long the game is. Judging from the menu, there seems to be. I'm not sure. It put a lot of effort into it for sure, but it's still just a 2D game, side-scrolling game based on the other three games. I mean, to be fair, the games are still kind of cheap, so it's still only 3/4 of an already cheap game. So maybe the price is fair. Now I'm thinking about it. So maybe it's fair. But as I said, if you do want to get Tasmania Tiger yourself, wait until the 18th of December, because you will get them on sale. Most likely, I don't see why they wouldn't go on sale. And they do have their collection of maybe I can't see the collection because I already got them. Oh, wait. Don't I have this? Oh, this is the which I think is kind of terrible. The concept art they are selling as separate DLC instead. That's usually a bonus in the games, but here they're selling it as a separate DLC. at $5.50 when a game costs $9.50. So it's more than half the value of the game apparently. Feels a bit. And also they're selling the soundtrack for almost 21. So no, the artwork and soundtrack. Wait, is that just the art? Yeah, I feel like overpriced. They are also selling digital art book for the the first game. Didn't it have maybe like if you get more out of it, I guess. If it's they really because some games just give you free. They include the art. But if they actually provide like descriptions and many versions of the concept art, because usually the game only contains like here's one concept art for this character, but if they include like a lot of different concept art for a character and maybe how the characters evolved, maybe stuff like that, that's much more than they usually include when it comes to concept art. In that case I can say like okay. But I think they certainly have a collection of the 4 games, which is what I purchased. And the collection itself is on, you get a reduced price on getting all 4 games at once. Plus, if they're on sale, you get the 2 sales combined. The total price of the products on sale, and then you reduce it a bit more for it being a full collection. So yeah, on the 18th at 18 o'clock UTC, so take your UTC offset and add that to 18 to figure out your local time. It's the standard time for whenever Steam does things. Steam always does it at 18 o'clock. No, they don't. They do it according to 9 o'clock Pacific time, whenever they have summertime or not, which is 9 hours behind. No, it's 7 hours behind. Wait, 8 hours behind. No, it happens at 10. It doesn't happen at 9. It's 10, right? It happens at 10 o'clock the California time, which is therefore 18 UTC, except for summer, which is 19 UTC. Since Europe also have summer around the same time, you normally don't see a time difference in European time. But if you don't have if you don't run with summertime in your country, or if you're in southern hemisphere, Mechaliko, and have summertime such as Australia or Chile, which I think are the only 2 countries with summertime in parts of the countries even, then it's the reverse. So during your summer you get it 2 hours earlier, but during your winter you get it 2 hours later. It's not exact. You have a transition period which shifts with 1 hour and then another hour, but so as you're approaching winter, it will first get 1 hour later in March and then another hour later in April. And then in September, October, you get 1 hour earlier, and then in November, you get another hour earlier. There we go. Nerdy stuff from Pun. Time stuff. So, We should go and rate someone. I should read your comments first. How far back? How much did you chat? Bohemian has collected 25 points. People always said the bad stuff about sequels that isn't the exact carbon copy of the game before that. You are not wrong about that. I think there are cases where people like, yes, there are because there are so many different people who want different things. Some people just want, like, I wouldn't mind, in my case, I wouldn't mind a carbon copy of the Crash Games trilogy, which is just more levels. Thank you for 100 bits, Todd. Wait, you haven't sold your house yet. Keep your money with me. But thank you, I really appreciate it. You're very kind. But yeah, but I wouldn't mind a game that has different aspects to it either. Yeah, so I would personally not mind it. Todd, another 100. Oh, now you're very generous. Oh, I'm getting to those soon. Because like, what was I? Because, for example, take the Wrath of Cortex, which is the original Crash 4. That was just a Crash 3, but with different levels. The controls were weird, so I didn't like. It was fun to play, but it wasn't amazing. It feels weird to play. And then they made a new Crash 4. Well, they made a bunch of spin-off games. What are you doing? You're going why? But thank you, Todd. You're very generous and kind. I really appreciate it. I haven't reached there yet. You're very impatient, but I really appreciate it. You're very generous. And that's a way if you want to collect bits. No, if you want to, that's not a good way to collect bits. If you want to collect fruits, if you are in a region where subs costs more than what if you have cost more than what you pay for 250 bits, then buying bits is the cheaper way of collecting fruits. If you're living in a region where you can purchase a sub for cheaper than 250 bits, then subs is the cheaper option, because it really depends on your region. The bit cost was set before the price increase in North America and Europe. So in those regions, you get fruits for cheaper by going for bits. But in other parts of the world, many different parts of the world, subs are much cheaper than bits, because you can get a sub for like the equivalent of like one. There are places where they sell it where the official price is $1, which gives me like 50 cents, which is equivalent to 50 bits, and that gives you 2 fruits. But here, to get 2 fruits through bits, you have to give me 250 bits, which is 250 cents, so $250, which is much more expensive for the person, because you don't get bits in reduced price in a poorer region of the world. Is there a better term to say poorer region of the world? So yeah, that's some stuff. Milkmaids? I'm confused. Yeah, winter sale is coming. It is coming in less than 30 days, 28 days or something like that. 26 days and 23 hours and they call me this. They call you the milkmaid, Megaliko. Do you have a maid dress? If not, you need one. If you do, I bet it looks lovely on you. But girl, thank you for being here. Oh, why? Why not? Why not? What did I read? Why not? It doesn't even say one. Good question. Holding up your boobs. Got milk? Milk it. Fresh daily. Well, you're going wild on that. Have fun. Um, to blunder or not to blunder, that is the queer. What do you think, Oreo? Oreo and milk. Blunder. Or not blunder. Eh. I useless. I don't have enough points. Couldn't blunder if I wanted. Oh. I have thought. Here's a suggestion, and you might want to provide your opinion on it. There are streams where you can provide a certain amount of bits to do a redeem. I wish Twitch would just implement the function that we can set redeems to have a channel point cost and a bit cost. Some people are against this, even though it is already a thing, but you just have to provide a specific number of bits to do a redeem. Channels already do that. I was thinking maybe I should do that too, so you can provide a specific number of bits that will do the redeem for you instead of spending your channel points. Would you like that? And how many bits would equal 600 channel points? I could also then provide bits. I don't know which other redeem would you want bits for. I don't think like headpads and thumb wraps really have a bit equivalent to them. So I think it's mostly the underwear redeem that would have bits, so you can spend bits on it instead. But yeah, if as actually implement, because if Twitch ever implements the option to spend bits instead of channel points, I can put bit costs on every redeem. But yeah, so that is the touches belly. So yeah, there's the Amy kicks is cute. Oh yeah, the Amy doggy with the tight shorts. What's that one? With the hand poking the belly rub. No poking. Oh no, Amy's dead. Me. 100 bits. You are at 400 bits, and you got a peanut. Oh, and also next first reward at 500 bits. Yes, so it's 500, 625, 750, 875, and then it goes to 1000. And it you got every 125 bits you get a fruit, and you did it, and you got another peanut. That's kind of funny. And yeah, it's 625, and I don't have it in my counter. I don't know if I should have it in my counter, but at 1000 bits you unlock the feral pon emote. Another peanut. Yep, apparently so. Son of happy. Oh, I see what you. Oh, you wanted different. Have another. Yay, 600. Well, although it's 625, that gives you the fruit though. No, Kochi. Who is the pervy now? I should read out. Don't be a pervert, but I just got out of the shower, so say bye to Seba. What are you wearing? What do you mean? Todd is leading the orange. Yeah, Todd, it's good that you're collecting these additional fruits, because then you can use them to trade yourself to some good fruits. I've been trying to get the oranges and lemons from Puerto Rico, but it's been tricky. She doesn't want to trade it. Prove it. Yeah, show a photo of yourself getting out of the shower. So she takes a photo of the wet shower and no one inside of it. So yeah, it's been used. You also need like it being quite messy too, so you should have like bottles of like shampoo bottle and soap bottle or something just strewn in the shower, on the shower floor, like all open, being used. Oh yeah, it needs to have like bubbles too from being used, even though probably rinse it enough to get rid of all the bubbles anyway. At least happens for me. So you wouldn't really have any proof of shampoo will be used, especially since I use conditioner too. Cause this Mechalico points at shower. Near. You don't like showers? Showers are nice. One day I'm just gonna give 100 every few minutes. I mean, you should have seen what Cole did. Cole went crazy. Then I just as random stuff. Well, but that said, we should agree on how many bits you should be able to provide that equals 600 channel points for the underwear redeem. And whenever you provide it should be a specific amount. It can't be like 100. It needs to be a specific amount that someone wouldn't do accidentally. And then when you do provide that many bits at once, well, you know. And even if someone was on this bit, there's another bonus to this bit redeem thing, is that it ignores cooldown. It doesn't even affect cooldown at all. So yeah. Is it bad I mentally pronounce it coochie? I understand you, Todd. I mean, sometimes I pronounce your name as Toad, so... Imagine if you were Todd the Slimy Toad or something. Yes. It's not the first time I've heard it. Yeah, it's unfortunate when your name is just one letter off. Coachy, coochie, porn. It's just one letter off. Yeah, that's perfect. No perfect thoughts. That or Kosh. Is Kosh bad? Like fancy cash. Although we hear coach a lot. Yeah, that's the most common one. I do have a maid dress. Ooh. Oh, I think I've seen it. Now that I think about it, I think I've seen it. But wait, yeah, we should have a maid collab. I should collab with Mechalico at some point. I haven't done that. Mechalico, we should collab someday. Me, you, and Ponpon cleaning a house together. Yeah, that should be the Power Wash collab. I don't think that's a game for me though. And now you're singing. Also, before I forget, damn. I got a big bunny brain. You guys get to think. Yeah, totally says flipping sand. I got a big bunny, everything. You gotta have. Ooh. Yep. Coachy, yeah, right. There was that quote from the game today, by the way. No, you were here for it. All right. No, you weren't here for the quote, I think, but you were here like... The quote from the game was basically that Ty said that whenever he is around, nothing is shrinking. Doesn't technically mean that whenever he's around, this stuff is growing, but I mean, kind of stops the shrinking. Turkish, no, it's not. It's not. It's a reference to a game. Real jiggles ambiently. Jiggles menacingly. What is jiggling for you, Todd? I'm forced on the cheerboard. Wait, VIP board? Cheerboard. Oh yeah, the that. Wait, you're not forced. What are you talking about? The fourth person is a person who has been has deleted their account, and I know who it is. Everyone is free to push that person off the leaderboard if you want. I wish I could have more than 10. I wish I could like 420 bits Toad fun porn. Hell yeah, I'm down. Yeah, we have to decide for something to do. Coochie porn. What did you cut that? There's that main goblin game, although I don't know if it's actually fun for a main collab. Yeah, I'm not sure. We could always do Euro Truck Simulator. Pervert. No pervert here. Actually, wait, I realize I can pull a cold like. No! Fun is crying. You're spraying fun. You just need a water spray emote in between. Because currently it's more threatening more than spraying. Dude is sweaty. It's the water splattering one in between. Sadly, ads are playing, but advancing my emote game, you sure are. I have never played Euro Truck Simulator. Well, Mechaliko, that is something. I mean, if you're interested, that's something because Koche has played it before, so we could play it if it's something you have access to. As said, get it on sale in that case. Let's see if it's something for you too, because I think you can get it for fairly cheap when it goes on sale. But for now, we should raid someone. Watch this event comes after the ads. Okay, we'll wait for after the ads then. Yeah, I did push the ads for as much as I could, but I could only delay it for 15 minutes. It showed up anyway. So, but in the meantime, I can just look at for someone who I haven't raided in a long time. There is Octogeisha, who is playing Hollow Knight, we could raid. Who is actually doing a partner push, so we could help out with that too. Who are not rated in since I started tracking the raid numbers. There is also Alysiums, who is playing Psychonauts 2, which I haven't played, so let's not raid there. I played the first game, right? I haven't played the second game. I don't even remember. Yeah, because I was going to look for whenever the second game is on sale. I can't remember. Well, there's no memory of me playing, so strange. There is also Athena Atlas playing Deadpool VR. Chillhop 1 playing Kirby Air Riders, which I would be interested in trying to play Kirby Air Riders, but I would play the first one first and then the Switch version at some point. But that's way far in the future. And then there's also no, that person I rated. So maybe we'll visit Octogeisha. So what are you doing? I still know what I mean. Nothing really. You have 25 coupons to spend though. Does it? Yeah, it should. That should be spent on modified cuteness. But you can only do one. Well, I think you can do two actually. 49. 54, 59, 64, 69. There we go. Coach is 83. Yeah, 10. Yeah, it spent 15 for your first one and then didn't spend any more. You cannot spend coupons on that. It's if you go into a redeem, it says coupon supported. That means it will actually spend your coupons on it. If you go to the highlight message, it does not say coupon supported because I can't make it coupon supported. I cannot refund a highlighted message. It's out of my control. Mikaliko is 41% Q today. Real, to be honest. Oh, you're not feeling great today. I wish you. Wait. I wish you could. I wish you could feel better. I mean, genuinely. Did that even do anything on the coupon? Nope, it doesn't. Oh, it didn't know. What does though is the daily fruit. That's the lowest one that can affect your coupons. We get another 500 tomorrow. You don't have to reach 0. Give me a moo. Well, try. Moo! Now watch this emote game as you were on a cliffhanger. What? Punpan is getting sprayed with water and she's like, whoa! Spray me! Spray my armpits. Punpan's armpits is out of frame, you people. Don't get to see them. No, that was a companion cube. Well, try it. Imagine if I added Mekaliko as a plushie. Which streamers am I allowed to add as plushies? Let me know, or non-streamers too. If you have a persona, tell me in chat if I'm allowed to add your persona as a plushie. That doesn't mean I'm going to do it very soon, but I know it that I'm allowed to, so I can mark it down in the list of. I haven't updated that list in a while, so I met a bunch of. I don't think Coach is on the list of plushies streamers that should turn into plushies. But I mean, if you can give me approval, I will add you to the list and also mark that I got the approval of it. Mechalico. Oh. Mechalico is neither a calico or me. When I see your name, I think you're a giant mech. I mean, it's not, aside from the mech part, you're not wrong. I'm getting hydrated, don't make it weird. I'm not making it weird. You're making it weird for thinking it's weird. The original Mechalico concept was a giant steampunk cat. I see. I feel like I've heard that before, but I'm bad at remembering stuff. Quote, whoa, spray me, spray me. Thank you for saving that quote, Todd. I mean, thank you, Todd, for doing the job that Toolkitbox is supposed to do. But Toolkitbox has been bad at doing it today. And Toolkitbox is Todd, do you think you can be here more and just do the saving quotes that Toolkitbox is supposed to do? Because you're the one who actually does it, and I really appreciate that. But Toolkitbox is out for a walk. That's why. That's why. Toolkitbox, if you're watching this VOD, which you kind of said that you're not going to do, I just realized you're out on a walk. Still, you're not doing your job. I read it as Mechalico. Mechalico. I read it as Mechalico. 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 The Podbot is yapping again. Yes, I'm doing my yapping after the stream. Everyone else is doing the yapping before the stream. So I don't think this is better because people who do like an hour yapping before the stream and people are tuning in to watch the stream and do the thing the streamer said they were doing, they have like wait an hour before the stream actually gets going. While but me yapping after the stream, that means that if you wanted to see me play the game and aren't interested in me yapping, you can just leave. And you're not missing anything aside from the yapping and the raid, I guess. I mean, you can leave the stream on and just go and do something else if you want to join the raid. So there. I think it's better. And people are free to come and go and say what. I'm here for the yapping. Here. What is my boat trick? But yeah, I realized. Maybe. And look, I got all the pandy codes for you as well. Oh, it took him. Todd. Yeah, you wanted to redeem. Again, as I said again. I guess Orimian and Cold either aren't interested or have not decided what redeems or commands they want. Command is a free redeem, by the way. If it's something I feel like, yeah, that can be a free redeem, then it will be a command. If it's not, no, that has to need a cost, then it will be a redeem. And you and we make an agreement, and then you subscribe to tier 3, and I will add it. If you're already subscribed, which is Orimian Cole, then we still need to come to an agreement. You don't have to, but I'm just letting you know that you have the option to come up with something that I should add. And Todd, we need to come up with an agreement for how much the redeem you want should cost, because I know what redeem you want. No Toolkitbox code. Wait, try to no. I guess there's one in the waiting queue. Let's see. But there are a few Kochi codes, and I still have to go through the new ones. I'm fixing up. I'm behind on fixing up my Crash 4 mod video, and I should finish that and post it on YouTube. I was supposed to put it up before Halloween, and it's almost the end of November. What, do you like that, Kochi? Do you like this? I mean, that's an innocent quote, at least. I mean, it could be anything. Do you like that, Kochi? The food I just made? Do you like that, Kochi? This is a magazine I got you. I've been dealing with depression. Why so many coaches? Because coach is popular around here. And are you feeling, Todd? Are you feeling better when you're on my stream? Yeah, because it would be nice to know that people are feeling better being here. So if you're feeling, because I have felt depression from time to time. I mean, a few days ago, I felt it, my emotion going down. So if you, the streaming does help me feel better. If you are feeling down, you're always welcome, because you definitely seem to have a good time here. So, and I'm glad that you're here. Code. Why are you ramming me, Kafki? There's 3 Kafki codes. A real mystery. This is not a mystery, Kochi. You're just very fun to make fun of. It's almost like you're a bottom. Kochi is famous. And Kafki was here last Tuesday and streamed on my stream. I was there too, of course. Only 3. I wonder if there's any Kafki codes in the queue. I wish it was a search for the queue. I don't want the queue to show up because, as I said, I don't want people to add things indiscriminately. I don't know what the term is. I have to go through the queue. Let me finish the Crash 4 video first. Codes. I would love Kochi branded panties. Same. I would also love Kochi scented. What does Kochi scent like? I mean, branded, yes. You're lucky I can't crucify you here. All I got is my... Get a crucify emote then. You need one. I'm allergic to holy water. You really need a crucify emote. You need, like... Couldn't you, like, have like a tree? And like a crucifixion? That's the cross, right? That's what crucifixion comes from. Crossification. Isn't that kind of what it means linguistically? So you have, because it was the crucifixion was happening on the tree, right? Because I don't really know. It's from a film, right? I haven't watched it. So you have like a tree, and then you have a cross, and because I'm pretty sure Twitch is not going to allow hanging or crucifixion itself, but you can make the implication with the cross and a tree. I think that could be a neat emote for you to have, and I think you really need it. You really need it. Vorta coach is sub, so I can do this. You should definitely get a coachy sub. Everyone should be sub to coachy. Weirdly enough, no one has made Kochi my sub, despite how much of a bottom Kochi is. I see what you're writing on the screen. I'm glad to see my emotes are universal. They are really good. I like the expressions of them. Crustify. No, I am so glad I'm not part of this conversation. Hello, Tank. Elon's Musk. Yeah, we don't talk about that person. You didn't have to. Thank you, Mekaliko. Coach is now officially my bottom. I'm typing that out. What the hell? Ponpon user likes to make fun of me. It's just because I love you. I wouldn't make fun of you if I didn't love you. Add code. You're just fun to make fun of. It's like you're a bottom. Sally doesn't mention Coach in it. Well, it's a good quote. Quote, you can undress Coachy when his freedom wall is out. Mekaliko is taking it. Yeah, you should really try that, Mekaliko. It is really cute. And Coachy also looks kind of hot without the dress on. Hey, Coachy, how are you smelling? 25 points they could. I agree with his nose. Exactly, Coach smells with his nose. I'm glad. Wait, there is a 3D coaching model, and I didn't undress him. I'm not sure what and I did undress him means, but you can undress him, yes. Naked. Yeah, I don't know how to get the emote though. If your character crucified or coaching back with some stuff. You know, no, just a tree and a cross. I think is enough to get the crucifix, and you call it crucify. I think you could write crucify him if you wanted actual reference to the quote, but that was saying like maybe you wanted gender neutral, but crucify them. But yeah, I think you can skip that. You just say crucify. I think that's enough to get point across, and you're saving a few characters. So I mean, not that the long emote. A long emote name is only a problem if you want to use a lot of emotes, which isn't really a common thing. If you actually because some people use love and some people use heart for their love emote with a heart. It would actually be better if you call it love heart or heart love, because then you cover both. Because it really affects the emote name links only affects if you really want to put like 20 of them. So I should consider doing that when I read. That's why I call the nail biting one nail bite instead of just nail or bite. Like it's easy to search for. But I should consider doing lava heart for Ponpon. For when I replace them with the Dream Bunny versions. I should make a note of that second silence. I am a tree. No, you're a fox. Made it in time for the raid. Yay, hello Cold. Yeah, well, I've been talking for like half an hour now. Maybe we should read out. Sub Coachy so you can do this. I will have fun with the Coachy emotes, don't you worry. Oh, shucks. What the hell? Sorry, Coachy. And I had to, I don't know what? I will clean that code up. It's a good one. I just had to add another Coachy to the pile. Got code well enough. No one has made Coachy myself. Thank you for saving that one too, and you're too kind. And then add Coachy's officially on bottom as well. No! Put the leash on Coachy. Put the leash on Coachy. I mean, they're both way works. Put the leash on Coachy and put the leash on Coachy. I kind of want a drawing of Coachy being leashed, being on leash, on holding the other end, or Coachy being on leash. He holds the leash, holding it towards the viewer and say like, I'm wanting the viewer to hold it. Perfect. I take it back. I just quoted it. Yeah, quote, hello, Coachy, who also has some hips and thighs. Add quote, it's just because I love you. That's true, yeah. Exactly. Hello, Mistress Ponpon. Can I have some Swedish fish for dinner today? No. You can have your sweets after you have eaten your salmon. Dinner first. And in Swedish the term is efterrätt. Rätt is food. It's what is actually the English term for? I think it's like course. But you say like maträtt is like a specific recipe of food that you produce. And then efterrätt is after the meal. I guess meal is the rätt translates to meal. So it's after meal. And then you have the food meal, which is because rätt can also means correct or right, as in legal right as well. It has many meanings. And Koji looks kind of hot without his dress on. Thank you for saving that one. There's a lot of Koji quotes today. I do kind of want to get a naked Niels, but I won't be able to use it on Twitch. Oh yeah, you could do one featureless, because I did have the goal on my marathon that if we reach these many points technically, I would stream two full streams with Pon without any clothes on, but that would obviously be featureless. But I would do it, but we didn't reach the goal, so I didn't do it, unfortunately. But I'm willing to put up a bit redeem, which you can get with specific number of bits. I will be naked Pon for 30 seconds, which is a more expensive one compared to the, so that would be a bit exclusive redeem. But feel free to give me ideas for how much, because how many bits for the underwear and how many bits for naked. Give me ideas. You can give me those ideas on Discord as well. I will implement something. Already embracing the role. Wow, I'm getting too much in such little time. It's good. This is why I come here. Imagine how much you're missing when you're not here. So many things that'll sound great out of context. I'll have to look into it for sure then. Oh, StreamBot is having... Well, StreamBot is still responding. StreamBot's having issues sometimes when I'm going for 5 hours. Quote, you grabbed my ball and threw it away. Quote, if anyone is curious of what Coach's butt looks like, it is on his server. Quote, can you not jack it this time? Okay, I gotta not look at Coach once. What? It's going to be... Yeah. Yeah, just go to Kochi's server, go to the Kochi's art channel, and then you go to, I think it's, just search for art posted by Kochi in the Kochi art channel. That's probably the best way to do it, and sort by oldest first. It should be like Kochi reference art. And you got naked Kochi and clothed Kochi, front and back. You get all the views you want. It's just a free promo to Kochi. You should follow Kochi's on Twitch as well. Just press on Kochi's name and press follow. So you can, whenever Kochi streams, you can undress Kochi as well. There you go. That's some free promo for you, Kochi. Are you promoting me? Anyway. Taking Kochi on a walk. Yeah, that sounds good, right? I'm not a Nintendo dog. No, you're a Kochi dog. Wiener Schnitzel and Swedish meatballs. Someone was surprised that, like, wait, you don't call Swedish fish in Sweden? No, they're called pastel fish. I've shown photos of what the pastel fish looks like in Sweden. Bonk, 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 bonk. They are tasty, but they're not good for your health. So yeah, I wanted to quickly. It's in show and tell, I think. So from Pon in show and tell. Picture. It's only, yeah, there we go. Let's take this one. Oh, I already have it on the code. Okay, it just says a random name. There we go. Oh, it's a huge. That's what she said. Here they are. Here's the pastel fish. They say Malaco on them. And they come in 4 different colors: red, orange, yellow, and green. And they are tasty, but not good. Now I want some. I should stay away from them. And they're like, yeah, and same thing for me. The Swedish meatballs. They are just known as meatballs here because we're in Sweden. And then I was watching some YouTube channel from someone from the United States who was cooking meat. They're like, here's meatballs, and I'm looking at those aren't really looking like I'm used to meatballs, but I guess that's what meatballs look in the United States. And then the person brought out Swedish meatballs. I'm like, well, those actually looks like what like. Sure, they do all differ between depending which brand you get, of course, but they look much more what I'm used to. So yeah. So the name Swedish meatballs is definitely fitting. But obviously here they is known as meatballs. So there you got some food stuff. How about me now? And Coachy College. Say this Mistress Ponton will make you eat sushi if she's really cool in nightmare mode. That sounds more like evil Ponton. And I don't think even evil Ponton would have someone eat sushi. One way I would like to try it, but I do not want to deal with the smell, so I'm not going to try it. And for bunny, and here's the thing: I don't really go and watch people eat sushi. Like there's people posted on YouTube, but I don't go and watch it. But from what I understood, people just eat the fish directly from the can. That's not how you eat it. I've seen one channel that is Ashens, a British YouTuber. You might have heard about Ashens. This is a really old channel. And if you want to search that, that's the word ash with ENS after the word ash. Is one word. There we go. So, and he ate it properly on a piece of, do you call it rye bread, I think in English? And which is a hard piece of hard bread. And with some vegetables to it. Is that the correct term? And stuff like that. That's as far as because I never eaten it, so I don't know the full tradition, but that seems like the correct way of eating it, like a Swedish way. And I assume it's going to taste better that way. I know a guy that eats sushi in a sandwich. Yeah, that's, well, not like, maybe, I don't think you have it like soft bread though. I don't think that's the way of eating it, but I guess it would work. No, I think that would be close to how we should eat it. I could look into the traditions of how they eat it. I could, but I'm not sure whether clothes can be hotter than nudity anyway. Yeah, true. But yeah, I wouldn't not have it. I would rather eat other fish though. Like salmon. Need you got a peanut. Thank you. Why is everyone getting peanut? Not only that, Todd got 2 peanuts in a row after providing enough bits to get two steps on the ladder. Good afternoon, the Master Coachy. What would you like to do with me today, Master Coachy? With a sandwich to Vegemite and Marmite on each side with a... How do you hold that? Do you hold the little edges of it? With the Pashimons... What's that? I think I've heard it before, but that doesn't mean I actually know what it is. Is that like a cheese or a fruit? Oh, it's a fruit. I was going to say fruit, yeah. I've seen it before. I don't think I've had it. With cheese and asparagus. Now, I don't know what Vegemite is or Marmite. But I think a slice of fruit, Swiss cheese, asparagus is... No, I think that could be tasty. Not sure about Vegemite and Marmite, I said. I don't know about that. But the rest could work. that could work. You aren't supposed to do that. Bro thinks he's going places well. The only place I want to see him is a mental hospital. What are you talking about? Did I mention he's my roommate? Oh. That person, yes. I would not share a room with that person. No, I will be fine. People are free to eat. I'm the person, I don't care how people eat stuff. People are free to eat it however they want. I did talk about you when I saw someone named Princess Bonbon in a game the other day. Thank you, Kochi. I appreciate me being mentioned on your stream from time to time. You are mentioned a lot on my stream whenever I need to mention a bottle. No, that's not true. But you are mentioned from time to time whenever a Kochi quote shows up. I'm also not good for health. Oh yeah, I mean it's hard to have proper health. Being fluffy and on my first 20% private class. That does not sound healthy. You only get red. Yeah, as far as I know, Swedish fish is only red. You're missing out on the other colors. It's a shame, because why would you call it Swedish fish if it's not done the proper way? At least the red one is correct. I mean, it says Swedish on it, I think. I mean, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it looks to be the correct shape, and I hope it's correct taste. But if it's going to be Swedish fish, it should be the correct colors. I really like the Swedish meatballs. At least looks like meatballs do in Sweden, so that's correct. You can't really call it Swedish thing if it isn't the Swedish thing, which makes me a bit disappointed. But as long as it tastes good, as long as it tastes correct. I mean, I think it tastes good. As long as it tastes correct. And it does look like the red ones, at least. So it got that coverage. Looks, half a point. Correct look, correct. One of the correct colors, just missing the rest. Can't say about anything about taste. I guess I have to taste them. Do they taste like fish? No, they don't. We have a lot of... what do we have? No, where's the... Don't they have a website? Oh, here we go. No, that's a diff... Wait, is this... No, yeah, this is the website. Okay, you know what? Let's put this on screen. We're going forever today. What is the... here. Oh, I didn't want to move that. Thank you for all the plushies. There we go. This is the website for... Oh, they didn't become big. What is this? If you're on a oh, there we go. Now they're big. What is this search bar? Wasn't here. Search bar. Delete. There we go. Oh, these are new. We got banana, vanilla, chocolate. Equals banana split. Stuff. Fruit drops. I don't think I've seen these. Well, let's say they're new. I haven't looked at the sweets sections. Let's see if because they seem... So they've introduced a bunch of new stuff. So here we go. It's still new. I haven't seen this one. Maybe I should try it. Because these are apparently balls with strawberry flavor in them. Bite it, chew it, love it. I love them. I would love me some balls. I love your balls. How fitting of a comment. Because you said that a long time ago. Oreo bun. Yeah. What's the difference between American meatballs and Swedish? I do not know. Hello, Moody. Wait. I do not know. I just know the ones that they was just called meatballs were just I think bigger. They looked like They looked like lighter in color too, I think. They looked like something I would assume has a more of a softer consistency. While the Swedish ones, at least ones, are a more harder, like they're not like crunchy or anything. No, it's still like a piece of meat still, but more of a harder exterior. Still not hard. Don't get me wrong. It's too good. She's down. I need to catch up with chat, by the way. You should watch Kochi. I should watch Kochi. I do watch the Kochi. Ashens. Rye has grains, multi-grains, and lots of grains. Okay, let me check. Rye bread. No, yeah, that's not the correct term. Incorrect to me. True. That is not the correct term. Because this should be, because some of these they sometimes write, as you've seen on the screen, they sometimes write in English on it, because they do sell these to multiple countries. So if they write in English, they make sure that they work in multiple countries instead of making them individually for each country. But some of these packages, when I look at these, could have, but most of those don't. So I guess these are just not sold outside of Sweden, really. And also because if you're going to sell it to Finland, for example, sometimes they do write Swedish and Finnish, but you can also just avoid it by doing English. Most people speak English and will know what it is. But then the store will then provide the translation on the price tag. So you have, which actually makes it a bit messy trying to figure out what is what, because the product name and the price tag do not match, which can be annoying. Oops, typo. That explains why I couldn't find it. I'm gonna find whatever it's called in English. I'm going to check the English Wikipedia. Crisp bread. That does make sense. Swedish crisp bread. Let's save this one. And let's put that on screen so you can see what that looks like. Oh, it's tiny. Here. So this is hard piece of bread. And then you put stuff on it and then you eat it. Which isn't really a good way to eat bread, because it's hard, it's going to break apart like a biscuit. But I like biscuit, I consider more soft, while a cookie I consider hard. But cookie I also consider more sweet, and biscuit less sweet. That's how I differentiate them. But yeah, this is what do you call it? Savory, hard, crunchy, and things is going to fall off. This is not a good way to eat, I think. And I haven't had it in a long. Well, these also come in tiny ones, and they are easier to manage. And these large ones, who I've understood, you break them apart like a slice. I think that's also why they got a hole in the middle, which you barely can see in there, because you're meant to break apart a slice of it like a pizza, and then put stuff on that slice and eat that. So that would be like these smaller pieces actually. So we get a lot of Swedish culture here. Multi-grains and lots of grains, yeah. Sausage. No, surströmming sausage? No, I haven't heard about that. Such. Oh, Quitted, you're turning me on. ASMR is my guilty pleasure. Well, Todd, you can redeem that yourself. I'm getting warm. I'll try the sandwich with its foul. The parmesan makes it only sweet. Maybe that is something for me. While being mushered on the fish. Vegemite and Marmite, I just know. Yeah, I don't feel like that's something I would like. Could try it, but I don't think I would like it. And asparagus feels so out of place. I'm not sure if I like the taste of asparagus. And none of it hides the fish. Of course not. The stream that never ends. Yeah, I've seen those. I gotta get food. If I miss it, let me know, chat. Okay, goodbye, Coach, for now. I'm going to get food too as soon as I end this. I love me some small. I love me a piece of meat. Malacco? There are Malacco candy in Finnish. Yeah, they, those should be across the Nordic countries. Don't know about Iceland, but yeah, Tukabox, you would recognize them. Like, is it Fazer? The Finnish brand is in Sweden. Maybe not every product, but plenty of the product I've seen them. Yeah, so we do share brands between us. The Malacco brand is part of Cloetta, which you might have seen. That's the main top. I don't know if that is the top. Let me have there might be a brand above that too. Or not a brand, but a company. Now it's... Yeah, no, Cloetta is the head. Cloetta has the brands that are known as Ahlgrens Bilar. Is that really a brand? Yeah, apparently Ahlgrens Bilar seems to be it's its own center, which also surprises its own brand. Isn't that under Cloetta? Isn't it branded as Cloetta? Juleskum, which also again isn't. Kexoklad, that's separate. Läkerol, yeah. Malacco. Mums. Haven't had that in like 50 years. Plop. Isn't that also just branded on the Cloetta? Polly. Again, isn't that just Cloetta? Tupla. Not sure. I haven't seen that one. Maybe that's only in Finland. Cloetta is... So Cloetta is a Swedish, but they are closely in... So Tupla is the Finnish one product. So I presume it only shows up in Finland. It looks like the Finnish Näkkileipä. That's probably the Finnish word for it. It was, yeah. This is just the Finnish word for it. So it's a Nordic type of thing, so shared between Finland and Sweden and other Nordic countries. I assume this is making me so hungry. And I'm hungry too. I need to eat something, but around Näkkileipä. Yeah, so you got two versions, I think. You got the round ones with a hole in the middle. As I said, you break them in half, and then break in a quarter, and then you break in an eighth if you want a smaller one, which I assume, which you saw in that picture. But then you got the rectangular ones, like 2x1 shape, twice as wide as its high. Well, thickness is kind of... Well, it's kind of not too thick. Like less than half a centimeter. And then there are... I can also see that there are small round ones that don't have a hole in them. I think I might have seen those. And then of course people can make their own and make them whatever shape. I can also see like homemade heart-shaped ones, but not sure if I've seen those in the story. Almost knäckebröd. That's one word, if I remember from the tag. Yeah, so, very close spelling. Welcome to the Pon Pon Snacks and Treats section. Yeah, yes. Have you ever had dulce de leche? Let me search for that. I don't recognize it, but I might know it under a different name. It's a Latin American sweet paste made with milk and sugar, and it's just as popular as chocolate in here. We put it on absolutely everything. All cakes, most pastries, candies, chocolate, ice cream, desserts. I do not recognize it. However, it does say that it has different names, such as, and here Tukibox might help, it says that it is known as Sinuski, so Sinuski in Finland. It also lists as Apor in Norway, which means have on. You should have it on stock. But it doesn't say that it has a Swedish name, and it here is just listed as dulce de leche. So it's possibly something that exists in Sweden, and it might be in the store. I could ask someone in the yeah, there definitely is. Definitely exists in Sweden. I found proof. I can put it on screen too if you want. No, I'm going to put it in screen even if you don't want. Oh, that was tiny. Here's a can of it. The logo is ICA, printed in red, is one of the stores that is in Sweden. So definitely why it's specifically 397 grams, I don't know. That's a very, very specific number. I know about the whole thing about shrinkflation when they just remove tiny bit of it, but would it really go to like, well, instead of 400 we do 397? Why would they do that? At least go to 390. That one makes more sense. It's probably due to the packaging, and I mean they could still save like 390 or 350. Could still have 397 even. They could even save a few grams and just say 395 and then just that's what's confusing me. They might not be able to reach 400, but because it's 390 and then just remove 5 grams from it to make sure they always over it. So, I mean, to be fair, if they say it's 397, they are lowering the price per unit, which is the one thing you always should look for. Well, there we go. Then I should. I could try it for you, Moody. You have to remind me though, because I will forget about it. No, not Knuski. Ski. Almost Tsinuski, like a toffee, like it might come from Kinuski as the word, but it might be under like a brand name of Tsinuski. Tsinuski, yes, correct. The count every graph 398. No, 397. Too much. Oh no, yeah. Now I see what you mean. 397. Perfect. 398. No, that's too much. But actually, in reality, according to EU, which Sweden has to follow because it's a joint agreement, when you're making a product and stating the size of it, which I think you must do, you must in your batch. They have a 0 tolerance with a precision down to 1/10 of a gram. So across the whole batch, they are not allowed to go below, I think it's 1/10 of a gram. They're not allowed to go, it's like rounded. So that would be 1/20th of a gram. They are able to go below that on average. But they're not allowed to go further down because then it's too little for a whole batch. You are allowed to go below that number for an individual product, but only by so much. It's not by much. But that means that missing amount must be in the other one. So while one customer might get missing out at a tiny bit, customers in general should not miss out on it. So it is interesting that they still say it's 397, but that still means that they probably add a little bit more just to make sure that they don't. But I've seen packages that are. I did measure one that was slightly below the stated amount. The packaging does not count, by the way. So you can't just take the can and put it on a scale. I've seen some people do that. You can't do that. You have to empty it, or like have a empty clean can to do the tare, whatever you call that, zeroing. Yes, you could just call it. Screenshot. Why is it screenshotting? Opens the can and drinks the content. It's thick. As far as I could see, it's thick. I guess you could drink it. Did I miss anything, chat? You missed Tsinuski? No, you. Well, yes, you missed. You missed dulce de leche. You should have some, Kochi. Deuce de leche. That's something else. A 397-gram can of deuce dulce de leche. Get me some. Is it thick? As far as I said, it is thick. But yeah, I will correct that. Kochi has had it. I know because he's eating alfajores. Alfajores. Wait, when you say alfajores, I'm thinking about something completely different. Oh, I need some of these. Oh yeah, I can see some of these that definitely contains that. When he said alfajores the first time, I was not thinking about that such a tasty treat, which I wanna try now. Maybe I should make. I wanna make stuff, but I want to make it with my boyfriend, and I should make some homemade alfajores then. And then I'm going to tease Kochi with it. Anyway, what I got in my mind was this. This is something different. What is it called? Is it called that in English? If I search on English Wikipedia, because English Wikipedia is a good translation site. If you open whatever it's called in your language on Wikipedia, and then you go to the other languages section and find it, you should find an article. You must make sure that the article isn't going to an article that is less precise. That can happen sometimes because they aren't that precise on the translation, or sometimes it can be more precise, and sometimes they might not have a link. But yeah, it seems to be called the same thing in it also seems to be called as Lucerne or Lucerne, depending in English as well. Yeah, those are tasty tea. Oh, isn't that alfalfa? But yeah, that is not alfajores. That's very different. I was looking at more sweets. I should get these. I should get me some balls. 115 grams. Why this? Do you want specifically this one? This is the kexchoklad. They also sell, but it's this is why what confused me when I was reading the list, because this is under the Malaco brand, which is part of Cloetta. This is under the Cloetta brand, so I'm not really sure why Wikipedia lists kexchoklad, as this one is called, as a separate brand, because it's branded as Cloetta. So that's confusing me a bit. Normally they just write the word kex on the front. Some people say Chex, by the way, which is actually how it should be pronounced, because when you have a K in front of the front vowel, it should make the sh sound. So this word should be pronounced sh. I've grown up with it being pronounced kex, as most people here saying it, even though it doesn't make make sense spelling wise. You can't spell the k sound in Swedish. There's no way to spell it. I mean, you spell it this way, but this spelling makes a sh sound. So there's no way to actually spell the k spelling in Swedish. There's a lack of the Swedish orthography. Because there are more important words like kennel, for example. Is also in Swedish, spelled with a ke, which technically makes it a channel. But people aren't saying like that. I was thinking, like, why not spell it with a Q or something? Cinemalainen or something in the lines of Blu-ray. I'll have white. I had a white alfajor of the brand you mentioned a few days ago. Do you like it? So alfajores is the plural of alfajor. I was thinking of mass buying a lot of. Why not try? I should try. I would like to try to make it, but I want to make it with my boyfriend though. I caught it cold. I have to pay the consequence of not putting on more outfits. I'm warm. I'm sweating at the moment. And also, yeah, I've already had it before. Yes, like them. Their new brand, pretty cheap, so it's nice. We're talking about something else. The white alfajores. Sexchoklad. No, Chex. Not sex. Is the she sound. Because in, you know, in English, when you have GA, like in gator, it's the G sound, but they have GE, like in gestation. Like in, it's the just, it makes more sense in Spanish. Mecalico, no, it makes more sense in Spanish. If you have letter G, like in like in GI, like in Mexico, it makes the sound. If it's in I don't know Spanish words. And if it's before a front a back vowel, like in a word that has GA in it, it makes the ga sound instead. And the same thing works in Swedish, but instead of the ga je difference is ga je. And Swedish does the same with the K instead of, so it becomes ka she. But Spanish has a solution to spell K by spelling QU. Swedish does not. So that's different. It's because Swedish doesn't have, as far as I know, someone can correct me, Swedish does not have any native word that is K or ki or ki or ka or kö. Well, Swedish actually has those. Those are the exceptions. I think. Or maybe kö isn't a native Swedish word. Kö is a word in Swedish, but so therefore the spelling does not adapt to it, because kennel is an imported word. There's the mountain known as Kebnekaise. That's just a name from the Sami languages. I can't really think of other words. There's other. And when it comes to the letter name, almost all the letters that have a consonant followed by a vowel uses the ä, like in or the e is how it's actually pronounced. So b, d. The letter K does not use that vowel because that would be a front vowel, so it changed it to the vowel O, so it's pronounced ko instead. So not even the letter's name breaks this pattern. And kex is either an imported word or it's just a native word that is mispronounced. Or maybe it's a native word that actually has K in it. I do not know. I need to look up where it actually comes from. Let's go to Swedish. It's not a native word. That explains it. Do you know what it comes from? It comes from English. Not only that, it comes from the English word cakes in plural. So, and that's not the only word that comes from English in the English plural. Another example would be caps, which comes from English caps. Just treat it as singular and then just add a plural suffix to it. Another word which people aren't putting another word is muffins, which comes from the English plural muffins, which is used as a singular in Swedish, which I argue the plural should be muffinsar, because if someone's gonna say no, it's because I had the argument too before myself. Is like muffins is already in plural. You should say muffin in the singular. Well, in that case, you shouldn't say keks in the plural. You should say singular. You should say kek in the singular, and then you should say keks in the plural. So muffins are just like, but keks is neuter, so it doesn't have a plural. Potatis is also comes from English plural, and that one is potatisar in the plural. Then we got some Swedish lessons here all of a sudden. What are we talking about? I'm sweating in my underwear. I didn't say that, but okay, thank you. Underwear? Yeah, I didn't say. Oh, I heard. Don't worry, I didn't say that. Magico me dooby dooby boom boom. Dooby dooby daba daba. What was it? Oh yeah. That was chippy chip. Yeah. Chippy chippy chappa chappa dooby dooby daba daba mach. Wait, what did they write the translation here? Magico ma dooby dooby. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, this is the English translation. Apparently, in the English translation has translated the word boom to do with an accent mark on it. Or duh with an accent mark. Duh. For some reason. Yeah, but Mahokomi Dooby Dooby doesn't make sense, does it? Your favorite Turkish underwear wear? Oh, it's not Turkish. It's a reference to Lunistis. I also said Turkey. Turkey books, not Turkish. I'm not Turkish, but Pasha Kochi has a nice ring to it. Pasha, what is Pasha? Muffin tail. Bongs Kochi. Juleskum. Oh, Oh, here we go. Oh, yes. These are Jul is the Swedish is Swedish for Jul. It's the Swedish. It's the term we use to refer to Christmas because we had Jul before Christmas was imported. So now we have Christmas but call it Jul. I hope that's not confusing. And skum just means soft thing in this case, I guess. So this just means a Christmas soft thing. and it gets a bit silly because juleskum is Swedish, but everything else is right in English as they do. Family mix, candy cane, vanilla, orange, blueberry, which well, yeah. So this is what they are bringing to the stores now, and here we go. They also got this is the same as the Swedish fish, but as a bottle, soda bottle instead. Why would buy Jule scum? It's scum. What is that in Finnish? If I go to Swedish Wiktionary and search for scum, or open the article scum. Let's see, Finnish vaahto. So julivaahto. What is Christmas? What is Jul in Finnish? Jouluvaato. There we go, that's Finnish. Yeah, we got these things too. Why did Constantine get the works? Is no one's business but Ponpon's Turk pants. What? You're going to have more ads. I'm going to read out. We call also called Christmas Yulu. Yeah. Have eaten the amount of Malacca balls. It's a miracle. Yulu Vato. There we go. No one would buy that. Why not? It really should be. They should sell. They should write juleskum and then should write underneath Julovato. There's quite a few Swedish products that has a Swedish and then a Swedish name, a big and then Finnish name. Maybe the same size or smaller. We got this is just painted 1 out of 30. We got a lot of products. I'm not going to go through everything, but we got this is called Stu, and it's pronounced Su, by the way. These are monkeys, chimpanzees. They're kind of like these are harder for the fish is softer. These are harder. We got watermelons. They don't really look like watermelons, do they? I'm thinking more of they do taste like watermelon, but I think more of honeymelon from this. Spelled YOLO. Yo Ulu or Yo Olo. YOLO Vato. YOLO Vato. Do you like my Finnish? The sitting monkey, yeah. Vattenmelon. What? Vattenmelon. You have the text on screen and you still made us type. Vatten means water, melon means melon, and is the plural. We never use as a plural. The only one case you would have it as a plural if it already ends with a as a letter. But I can't think of any word that ends with a. A noun that ends with a. There might be. Substantivs slutar på ä. I think every one that ends with a is an et noun as a neuter noun that does not have a plural, because I get a word like relä. Plural is this, doesn't get a suffix. There's trä, but that's a material, so that's a mass noun. It doesn't even have. It's also is still that wouldn't even have a plural. That's kind of all I get here. Knä, which also is well, it does have a plural. Sorry, it does have a plural because it ends with a vowel. It gets the plural suffix n. So knä becomes knän. So yeah. And I don't know any noun that is the common noun. Common is 75% of the words, but none of them ends with a, as far as I know. But if it was en melonär, therefore it become flera melonär. Or flera melonärer. But that's kind of hard to say, so I would say melonär. But yeah, there's no such words as far. We got fudge. This list is P&M. I don't know what that stands for. And here we got. I don't think of it. Maybe this exists. But king size 85 grams. I think a king size should be like 300 grams at least. But yeah, here we go. These must be Finnish because they only have Finnish on them. Katkaise. Teste. Oh, can I test it? Maitosuklaata ja mantelia. Kakaonukatte viitelit itselle. You got a lot of double letters there. You could drag out the ending. Tupla. Do you have had that? Tupla does not have the Malaco or Cloetta brand on it. So Tupla is its own brand. Tupla. No, this one is written in English. Double layer licorice. Soft licorice, hard licorice. I don't like licorice. Double layer banana. Although one banana, one chocolate, or is that nougat? Yeah, I don't think I've ever had any of these. Tarragona. This one is... I don't think I've heard of it. There's so many products I haven't even had. Ooh, strawberries. It's kind of like slightly off screen, I noticed. It's starting to annoy me. There we go. And shells. Okay, let's put it there. Now I'll put it on screen. Tupla, I don't know what a mantelli is in English. Well, let me look that up then. Mantelli. It is almond. Yeah, mandel is the Swedish word, so almond in English. Which is not a nut. I think. I'm pretty sure. The botanic definition of almond is not a nut. It's not nut. And here we got these what do you sour fish. Why haven't they put them in color order? Red, orange, yellow, green. No, we put it in yellow, orange, red, green. I mean, technically, they are technically still in order. It's just that there's a gap of blue and purple and stuff between here. So they are still in order. But not in the... But still. These are known as tongues. These are also sour tongues. And we got sour... I was gonna say nappies. They are not. They're that is not what it is. Yeah. Oh yeah. They are known as a lot of words. I had to make sure I got the correct term. Why do we call it? Oh, okay. Yeah, they should sell this under the English name. This would be sour nipples. Well, you might know them under the term pacifier, but they're also known as... that's why I had to look it up, because I wanted to see the terms. They're also known as comforter, soother, and dummy as well. They go on a lot of names. But as far as... as far as I could read here, the top of like a baby ball is known as a nipple. Because it says artificial nipple for ball of feel, which makes sense. Because it's supposed to be replacement for an actual nipple. So the term makes perfect sense. And here's more. And here's jelly bean. Apparently, they call them that. We got bottles with pineapple, sour pineapple. We got some licorice. Wait, this is what's that in English? I have to learn so many English words here. Sour tongues are so good. Kirpeet tutit. Yeah. Herring, that's what it's called in English. Super salty licorice herring. Do you want some of these? Classic cola bottles. These are weird. They have weird shape, but it's just caramel. What's a goof? Don't even know what that is. Well, let me look that up too while I'm at it. It's not even listed here. This is just a random series of letters. Here we go. Oh, it's just a generic term for sweet sweet snack, candy. It's just a word like that. Probably is used in some dialects. We got a lot of them. We have goof, mums, nam nam, mumma, godis, snacks, and so on. Probably a bunch of. I mean, we also have like snacks from English. And godsaker, which is the full term, which godis is the shortened term for. Here you got, this is my lunch, chocolate. Ananas. No one knows what a goof is. I know what a goof is. It just means sweet. This is an apple apparently, and this is strawberries, more strawberries. Here are sugar cubes, but these are soft. These are also this skum. Vato. Vesimeloni. You should spell with two. So do you say it meloni or say it meloni, or is there a reason why you spell it with two or? Snowballs. They actually kind of look like snowballs. Probably not in person. With a liquid inside, and they also got a strawberry version. Don't eat the pink snow. Don't eat snow. These are fudge. Smiles. Oh, these are. They are known as. Is it? What is the English? Is it just cantarell because it comes from cantarellis? Cantarellis. Cantarell, is that the English word? Or do you say chanterelle? Okay, apparently, according to this, is chanterelle or chanterelle if you want, because it comes from French, chanterelle, but it comes from Latin cantarus. So it's probably known as cantarell or similar in most languages. In Finnish, it's cantarelli because Finnish is just the Swedish word with e at the end. like the Swedish word for dog is hund, therefore the Finnish word is hunti. As far as the hunti isn't the common word for dog in Finnish. The common word is, I know it is. It's somewhere. It's if someone were to give me a Finnish word, I would be able to say, yeah, that's dog or that's not dog. So this is the scum. This feels weird to say chanterelle. It should be cantarell. Cantarell, there we go. It's just like I find it weird to say Macedonia. It's Macedonia. That's what that's what it's called in their own language. Macedonia is their own name. What would you say? It's like someone like says, I don't know. It's like a group of people calling a country Suomi, and people say Finland. No, but yeah, it's like you have a jukebox. You're the only one left. Everyone else left. You're the only one left because everyone else has left. That's good English. It's like you have the country Canada, but people keep saying Shanada or Sanada. It's kind of the same. If you're saying Macedonia, you should say Sanada. It's Macedonia. It's Kypris or Kypris actually, because if you say Cyprus or Cyprus, wouldn't you also say what is the culture you have in the western parts of Europe that is part of the Gaelic stuff? Why did I forgot about that word? Vato cantarelli. Metzemaria. That was an idea of skogsberry. It's forest berries, so you have it's different flavors of berries from the forest. They're wild. They're weird. Looks around. No one left apparently, so the call is still here, of course. Maybe I should read out then. Licorice pipes. I don't like licorice in the first place. Slothman Dan and hippopotamus. Hippopotamus. Thank you for reading. I was just said maybe I should read out because I'm on the ending screen. Can't even see the ending screen if you stream any. But thank you so much for reading. I really appreciate that. Rainforest Raid. We're looking at the Swedish brand the Cloetta and their offerings of sweets. And we have reached the licorice section apparently. But they have a lot. I'm not sure. This must be. I think this is referencing. For some reason, I want to remember it as a sickness, which you don't want to eat. Let me double check that. Okay, let me check that on Wikipedia. What? What is this? Okay, well, why did they spell it like that? Okay, they've spelled it like that. Maybe there's an old name for it. But yeah, it's referring to Röda Hund, I assume, which is the Swedish term for rubella, also known as German measles or 3D measles, which they are referencing because in Swedish it means red dogs, and these are dogs that are red. Romerska bågar, Roman arches. They are tasty, but they're also expensive. They come in a fancy box. That's what are we doing? Late rate, yeah. I've been going for almost 6.5 hours. We're just ending, but welcome readers, yeah. You're welcome anyway. We'll just continue this train further to someone else. Hope everyone's doing good tonight, yeah. Oh, now I'm hungry. Oh, licorice, you like licorice. Thank you for... Oh, yeah. Of course. If you enjoy watching... Well, you're playing a lot of different... If you enjoy watching a lot of different games being played by a sloth named Dan and a hippopotamus named Emma. When I said that, like, well, I guess, I mean, I don't think the species of the VTuber is that exciting, but actually, I don't think there are many sloths or hippopotamuses streaming. So you got 2 in 1 there. You should go watch. You should go watch some. They are really friendly. Yeah. I only follow friendly people, and I follow them, and they are very friendly. So, where was he? Red dogs. Yep. Oh, sweets. Yeah, you like sweets. I mean, who doesn't like sweets? I mean, I don't like them for their unhealthiness of the grape. I also got grape today. Oh yeah, you got a grape first, and then you got the 2 peanuts. These are the not packaged. I think these are the Roman arches or bows, as we call them. Because an arch is just a bow. I mean, why have a different term from arch? What's the difference between an arch and a bow? I think an arch is structure, like in architecture, while a bow is not that. It's the rest, like a rainbow. But in Swedish we use bow for bows. We don't make the distinction, because why would you make a distinction? No, I think when it comes to architecture, we actually use the term valve. I could be wrong about that. But that's more inside structural arch. Maybe there's a bit different English. Maybe I think of the wrong thing. Grapes are good, yeah. Emma's bad at driving. Emma has improved. When I started watching Emma driving, yeah, she she was quite bad. But I've seen Emma been driving more and more, and has become much better. And is driving. I actually don't know how good you're driving. I haven't watched you driving in quite a while. But as far as I've seen you driving, you're driving good now. Just took a bit of practice, like with everything. Those Cloetta chocolates make me think of Kinder, the Finnish chocolate. Is Kinder? No, isn't Kinder the? No, that's wait. Ah. Do. Yeah, it's owned. Okay. Yeah, so it's owned by Italy, but I don't know where it started though, because it doesn't really say any origin of Kinder here. But it is from Ferrero, which is an Italian company. And it doesn't really say anything, so I guess Kinder is Italian. There we go. Happy to dispel some mistakes. Rain Arch. Yes, we call them, well, we call them Rainbow. But you got it Arc de Triomphe, which I think it's called in English, because but in Swedish we call it the Triumph Bow. Rain Arch. Yeah, why not? Our Swedish friend got us to try Estrella the dill chips, and they are really nice. I'm not super fan of dill. Estrella dill chips. It comes from the Spanish word estrella, but it's pronounced Estrella in Swedish. I mean, we could pronounce it, because that's also a thing, like some people like, well, we should pronounce the company names, like the British company Shell. I don't know if they're still around. The Swedish pronunciation for it is Shell. And there's some like, oh, you should pronounce it correctly. But you should pronounce it Shell, and it's not Shell. But that's just the Swedish pronunciation. I mean, it's different companies. Companies have different same spelling, different pronunciation, different languages. There's Swedish brands that have a different pronunciation in English and Swedish. I'm still used to using the Swedish pronunciation, so it just goes automatically. Obviously, one of the biggest companies that you probably like, as I said, the Swedish name is IKEA. So when I say the brand name, I say IKEA because when I speak English, because it's just what I'm used to, and it's just otherwise I just have to think about. But I do know that both in English, but the English name used in, for example, English advertisements from the company, they say IKEA, but that's not how I say it in Swedish. And most languages say it in some variants of IKEA. So, what it be? So in Swedish, the company is known as Shell, because that's how that spelling would be pronounced. Because it's shop instead of shop, and so on. And shorts is shorts, for example. Maybe not everyone pronounces that when I speak in Swedish, but 33 points, nicely done. They kind of taste a bit like pickles, if I remember it being a long time. I do not sense a pickle taste from it, but maybe they have what is the pickling thing you use in English? The Swedish term is ingefära. They might have had that in it, and you're just tasting the pickling sauce. What called rainbow rains are Sattenkari. Satan almost like sounds like Satan, which means this is Satan. Satan. I kind of want to try streaming, but then I really don't want it anywhere near, which makes sense. Don't try it. I'm not trying it. I'm Swedish and I have no interest in it. I have a slight interest in trying it, but I'm not going to commit to it. Smelly fish, I can see why she doesn't want it, yeah. Absolutely understandable. We got Rollo. I'm not sure how long more for. Also, it says Rollo. It says English cola. Is that the English? Is this something you recognize, Diane? Also, when you were read, does Emma has Emma? Did Emma write that? Yeah, Emma Potterman. Yes, there's the. Yes, exactly. I remember correctly. Emma has her own account. Dan is using the Dan account. Would be funny though, if you had a Slothman Dan account. If you don't, maybe you should create an account just to occupy the name, and then you do a raid with Slothman Dan and Emma Potterman, but then you both get on your own accounts. It sounds like a hassle, but it would be cool too. I don't know if you recognize Rollo as a British thing, or if this is a Swedish variant of the English one, based on the English one. Polly is a, what are they? They have like something inside, and then they have chocolate around them. Apparently these are like, this is a special tropical version. There's a generic version too. I have not seen those before. I know we have a Rollo over here, and it's like chocolate pecan. So those are supposed to be there, but you haven't seen them. So, but they are produced. But this is the Swedish brand, so I guess they are produced. This is the Swedish produced version of the English one, or is this the brand that is sold in? Because this brand also has at least one Finnish product they only sell in Finland, I think, because the package was all in Finnish, and I haven't seen it, but some of these I haven't seen. Like this is like the Easter version. They certainly don't have it in stores now. Here's the original version, which they apparently have in 200 grams and 130 grams for some reason. And one is marked as poly, but the other one is not. With a taste of chocolate, arak. I don't want to taste anything that's called an arak. Butter tofu, butter. And then they got the milk chocolate version. What is it? What even is arak? Arak. An alcoholic drink distilled from coconut palm flowers in South Asia. An alcoholic drink made with sugar cane fermented rice in Indonesia. Already spell of arak, which is a clear, unsweetened aniseed flavored alcoholic drink produced and consumed primarily in Lebanon. Okay. So it might be the Swedish spelling referring to the English one, which has one R, which is referring to the clear, unsweetened. Well, it's clear, unsweet. Comes from the word sweeta. Aniseed flavor. So it might just be referring to aniseed taste. It's weird to have it in chocolate. Licorice. But it have licorice. Some of these looks like some of these looks to be they take the picture they print on the packaging and then they just warp the picture to make it look like a package. So but then when we look at this definitely looks like a photo because it got this it seems more washed out. There we go. And if I look at the other packages, all the packages seems to have the exact same shape. They actually don't. No, they kind of look. Yeah, they all have the exact same shape to them. So these packages aren't actual products. They just generated images. This one, the reason why this looks different is because this is a big bag, this is a small bag, so they have two different pictures for them. But when I look at, no, this one is the same. I guess they just have a washed out picture. Okay. We're stuck at poly now. It's too much poly. Where were the... Here we go. We got licorice with something in it. We got plop as well with licorice in it. I don't remember the logo looking like that. They must have changed the logo. Yeah, we got plop. Yeah, it's been an hour since we ended. Oh, poly chocolate. But still, let's just say... Okay. Oh, you're right. I should raid that. Let's raid that. I've been wasting enough time now. That was fun though. Who do we raid? Do we still raid the same person? Or is the person going offline? No, I want to play that game, so I shouldn't raid. I should play that game, so I shouldn't raid that. Let's just raid Wolfie then. I haven't raided Wolfie in a long time. Wolfie started less than an hour ago. Wait, what's going on in the stream? Okay, so something. I don't know what's going on. Let's just raid because I'm hungry. So I raided Wolf because Wolfie, British guy. What was the name again? I guess the name is just Wolfie. I haven't raided Wolfie since I started tracking the raids, and I will do the raid. Just I will do the burger one this time because I'm hungry. Because I have a burger to put together and eat. So we got a raid from British group. I guess they were two people from, and we're going to bring those people if they're still here. They might have already gone somewhere else. And we're going to visit another British person. I'm not British though, so I'm the Swedish person in between. Yay! You're excited. You're excited. What's the English? The Swedish word has like extas, which I think is related to the English word excited. But I think that's much more than just being excited. I could be wrong. It feels like it's much higher to me. Yeah, finally reading out. Imagine all the points you get, Chuki Box. All those VIP points. You must be rich now. 22 points. Although, Cole got 33 points, so... Let's go and say hello to this lovely non-wolf